So on today's rather cloudy, but still somehow very warm day, I'm going on a double CEX adventure with my mother. I don't know how much she's going to want to be on camera, if at all, because she doesn't like it, but I'll see if I can get her voice on camera, because it's kind of funny, and anytime she gets in like a TikTok video, it tends to do well, and it's pretty funny. So we're going to Cannock CEX, because basically she wants me to tag along while she goes and does some busy work over in Cannock. And I was like, well, yeah, sure. And she said this knowing that I'd want to go to CEX in Cannock, double up as a reason. And then I also have got a dentist appointment at about 4:30, which is round the corner from CEX, that is open till 5:30. And therefore we have a double CEX haul trip thing. We'll see. I also would quite like to, for the third day in a row, get all of these games off of my floor and onto these shelves. I shouldn't have so much on that I can't make that happen today, provided I'm not at the dentist for ages. It's only an entry appointment, so it shouldn't be too long. And I also want to move those box sets that are up there into the other room as well, creating more space there. That's the plan. Let's get on it. I hate this road. Nobody ever goes the speed limit, including Susan over here. How come you're not going the speed limit?
Because I'm dodging potholes.
That was about as the opposite to me as you could have sounded. This is YouTube, so they're not used to it. Like, TikTok knows that we don't sound the same, YouTube doesn't.
No, I'm like, I drive slow everywhere because I've got to watch the potholes. My little car don't like them.
Well, there was a lot of potholes on this bit, but they've been patched up.
Yeah, I know.
Like, specifically right here.
That's where Kelly works.
Well, she's brought me to some butchers because she wants to go to a butcher's. She has to go to a butcher's that isn't in our town for some reason, and it's not even the butcher's that she would like to go to. She wants to go to a Walsall butcher's, but instead we've come to a Cannock butcher's, if we say so. I've got to do my shopping later too. Might make sense to record this to compare it to actual supermarket prices. Are there any briskets? I hope there's briskets. Aha. I have a lot of smokers. Could do this. One for £8, two for 15, three for 20. What's the weight on it? 680 grams. They're renovating it. Is there any boneless, skinless thigh?
Eh?
Boneless, skinless thigh? Both. £8 for 3 chicken breasts. Oh. It'd last a day. I got a sausage bap and it is molten. It's very warm. Then CEX. Now walk across the CEX with my mother very slowly following up the rear, because speed is not the woman's strong suit. She'll catch up. Been a while since I've been able to come through here. I feel like it's been shut the last 10 times I've been to Cannock. See you in there. Welcome to Cannock CX, where I have not been in months, though I cannot seem to escape these dinosaur games and the James Bond games. They're everywhere. Onimusha 1 and 2 on the shelf there. Pretty rare. Don't see them too frequently. The Piglet game, chasing me around as well. Ultimate Spider-Man. That is one that's fairly uncommon. If you've ever seen the limited edition version of it, I have it on my little gaming shrine that I've got in the corner, the purple Venom one. That is very pretty and goes for quite a decent chunk of cash. Is that a steelbook? I missed it. There's below. I saw a Deus Ex front cover that looks interesting. Could have been original Xbox and thus maybe not as interesting as I thought. I don't know, but there was something. And that Devil May Cry 3 Collector's Edition, tempted by 2, because, not Collector's Edition, Special Edition, because it's technically a version I don't have. Really, it's not physically. My DMC3 is the non-Special Edition version, but then I've got the Special Edition version in, what's the word? The HD collections. I always look at 360 stuff in Cannock, because they often have steelbooks. There was a time where there was just 10 steelbooks. There was quite a few steelbooks, though I don't see any today. Bit of a superhero collection. For example, Iron Man. Iron Man 1 game has a nice steelbook, a really nice steelbook, and it was in here once and I didn't buy it. And kind of regret not buying it. I kind of wish I should have done. Anytime I see slip covers like that, I check them for steelbooks too. But Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition, I need to buy that at some point just so that the case is accurate, because I've got the original case with the Prepare to Die disc. This Shadow of the Colossus, it's always a cardboard box, and it's in pretty good condition, and I was tempted to get it, because I don't own it. But the problem with cardboard on PlayStation 2 is that it just doesn't look right on the shelf. Like, I've already got Silent Hill 2, and I've got that on the 9-game display, so it sort of gets it off. But that one in particular would have been, I don't know, it just would have not looked, I don't know. I want it for the sake of being able to own it and it being a cool thing to own and being a relatively rare one, especially to find in good condition, because cardboard yellows very easily. But it just wouldn't look right on the shelf, and I'm highly considering that every time I buy something now. And that's a bit annoying. God, I wish I had infinite space. I've literally just bought a Billy, and I've got space for like 200 more games in total. But it still doesn't feel like I have infinite space. It still feels like I'm going to encounter a problem at some point. And it's really annoying. I don't know. Ninja Gaiden 3. Keeping an eye out for Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, because special version of that, I suppose. Haze, that case is a little bit yellow. I'm looking at the 3 copies of Haze I already have, and I could have got a 4th. And that one was a little bit too yellow. I mean, it's a quid, so realistically I shouldn't have cared. But, one of them. They did also have a Retro Tink 5X Pro upscaler, 370 quid in the bottom corner there. It's the best upscaler, or one of the best upscalers that you can get for your older consoles. There you go. I had to get mine imported, so being able to buy one from a CEX would have been a right win. Would have been very cool. Alright, next stop, Iceland. I did end up getting some pretty fancy, cool stuff in that CEX, although it was kind of difficult to buy it because the guy that I was dealing with was interesting. But anyway, cool stuff today, and then off to Stafford CEX once we're home. But first we're doing some shopping, I think.
Are you buy protein? Yeah.
Yeah, like, given they pay the bills, it'd be nice if this stuff were included. But you can't get this on the website, so I can't. I am home from trip number 1 in a minute. I need to go out again. I want to get this hooked up today so I can do some more videos on it. There's so much I need to do. How many things have I been like, oh, I would like to get this done today, and then it never happens. So it's 3:30. My dentist appointment is at 4:30. I don't know how long I'm going to be there. I need to do the weekly shop. I'm also very aware the parking is only about 2 hours. So I'm trying to time everything well. I need to get a Stafford CEX. Why are we going that way? That is gimbal doing weird gimbal things. Right, I'm gonna head back out. It's 3:30. We should be good. Alright, so now we're back in home territory, and there is a lot more Pokemon stuff. I didn't manage to film it because it's behind the staff members' heads, and I don't want to point the camera towards the staff. But they have way more Pokemon than is even being displayed. They've got a Heart Gold, they've got a Soul Silver, they've got a Platinum, they've got Pokemon Conquest, which I've never even heard of. It was like 130 quid. You could get like the majority of the Pokemon games besides Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Actually, Emerald might be there unboxed. It was the other day. But you could get the majority of the Pokemon games that are expensive, the ones that are above 100 quid, in Stafford CEX right now. They're all there. It's absurd. It's nuts. It's very expensive. But you could. It's not the boxed versions of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which are the versions that I will want to buy eventually. Heart Gold I can justify. Soul Silver is a little bit harder, because I own a cartridge of just Soul Silver, and that's worth probably like 80 quid on its own. I don't know whether it would be one of the cases where they take the cartridge and then reprint the cover and sell that. I don't know if that's how they do it. Because, like, for example, there's a Pokemon Black with a reprinted cover, and you can only assume that it's a case of somebody's took in the cartridge on its own, they've bought just the cartridge and put together a fake case for it with the reprinted cover, because it's a case of they'd be silly not to with the amount of money that it would make if it does sell. It's just a case of things of that price don't sell very quickly, especially not when they're reprinted covers, because the only people that tend to buy expensive games like that in the first place are collectors, and collectors are also very averse to reprinted covers, typically. Though if you just wanted to play the game, then you probably wouldn't care. But if you just wanted to play the game, especially with it being Pokemon, well, there are other ways of doing that in modern day, aren't there? But yeah, that is the new thing. I don't know what Pokemon Conquest is. I'd never heard of it, so when I saw it, I was like, what is that? 'Cause it's like 130 quid. I'm tempted to see if they'll show me it so that I can like film it for a TikTok, because I don't know if TikTok will know what it is either, but it'd be interesting. All right then, so I'm home. I just got back from the dentist, and that was so funny. So that was the first time I've been to the dentist in probably way longer than is reasonable. Like we're talking many, many, many years. And I drink like 2 litres of Pepsi Max a day, so I was a little bit concerned as to what the result was going to be. And they x-rayed me, they cleaned me, and said everything was perfect. And I was like, funny. So that was good. So back again in like 6 months, but no need for any actual real work, which is kind of what I was worried about. But let me show you guys what I got from CEX today. So, first of all, we got Canuck, and second of all, well, we'll do Stafford first, because it's a little more boring. So from Stafford, I got Super Street Fighter 4, because I haven't seen Super Street Fighter 4 before, in a while at least. But they do have Street Fighter 4 regular, but it's a reprinted cover, which is a bit annoying. Next up, after that, we have, in here, Eternal Ring, because somebody brings it up just about all the time. Ubisoft and FromSoft. You've heard of Elden Ring? Well, they did Eternal Ring first. And then the big purchase of today was Lair. No, it wasn't, I'm joking. But if you remember the PlayStation 3's 6-axis controller, this was the game that single-handedly made everybody go, yeah, let's not do that ever again. Thank you. Now, the real big purchase from today, the thing that I didn't intend to spend money on, but I was like, you know what, I've got the vouchers, I might as well. Silent Hill 2 Director's Cut. The only platinum that I'm allowing... well, I suppose it's not the only platinum I'm allowing, but it's a platinum that I needed. Pretty cool. Manual, complete, 75 quid, paid for with vouchers. So realistically... that PS3 was free, this Silent Hill 2 was free, because the stuff I traded in was free. So, win's a win, I suppose. That was today's haul. What else is on today? Do I have anything else I need to... that's worth recording? Maybe. We'll see. Okay, next day. What did I end up doing last night? I don't really remember. Everything blends together for me. I'm getting old. But I've been checking CX's stock checker. And there's a DS game that I already own, but I would like a case for, that's appeared at Stafford CEX. And thus, next video, we know what it's going to be. So, if you haven't already, subscribe, and I'll see you in that one.